Alright, this is Nick Cheeto, and this is my prediction for UFC 91 Lesnar versus Couture. Now, I'm actually gonna do this. A lot of people are mad at me, a lot of people are saying crazy. I'm actually gonna count Couture out this time. The reason being is Couture, the only weakness that I see in Lesnar, was shown in the Frank Mir fight, is his lack of jiu-jitsu and submission defense. And Couture really hasn't shown a lot of submission work in his fights. He, is a great grappler, but hasn't really shown any real submission technique. Not a jiu-jitsu practitioner, and he can pick apart fighters. Like we saw him pick apart Tim Sylvia, Gabe Gonzaga, but Brock Lesnar, man, he's a beast. And I honestly saying, Brock Lesnar can never be knocked down. He really does have an iron chin. He will not go down like that. The way his conditioning is amazing. We've seen it. And he can move like a lightweight, and he can go through a 5-round fight, I believe, like a lightweight. He has amazing speed and agility. And I just don't think the way Couture's gonna win this fight, if he does, is the way that he wins most of the times against big guys, is he breaks them down into 5 rounds. I don't really think he can break down Lesnar. I don't think Lesnar can be broken down. I do believe Lesnar can be tapped. Frank Mir showed it to us, and I really think he can get tapped because he does have that sense of overwhelming, and he tries to rush as soon as he gets in guard, and that's how people get caught. But he did show good technique against the Heath Herring fight, but I do believe the only way Lesnar will lose is by decision or tap, and I don't think that Couture can break him down in 5 rounds. He's definitely a step ahead of Sylvia, and definitely Gonzaga. I don't see Lesnar getting tapped in this fight. I don't even know if really Couture can take him down. I know I'm saying a lot. Lesnar's takedown defense is really well. The only time where Couture will have an advantage is from the clinch due to Couture's Greco-Roman wrestling. Lesnar really hasn't never done Greco-Roman freestyle that much. He hasn't free grappled as well, which Couture has done. He is a traditional wrestler, collegiate folk style wrestler. But his takedown defense is very good. His wizards are very good. His overall, and he is a big dude. It's hard to take him down, but he can be taken down. And I believe it's going to come in the clinch, was I would say, but Couture 220, and Lesnar's going to be 280 that, 275, 280 that day. Now size, when it's Tim Sylvia size, it really doesn't come to play as much because Tim Sylvia is tall, lanky. That's why he was so big. But Lesnar is dense, man. That dude has no body fat on him. He is a beast of sheer muscle. When you have that much muscle in the hips, especially, it's really hard to take them down. So I would like to see. We've never seen Couture really fight off his back. He's always been the oppressor, even against fighters like Tim Sylvia. Tim Sylvia, and more importantly, people like Tito Ortiz and Chuck Liddell. Chuck Liddell has a very good takedown defense. We don't really see it because he doesn't have to use it that much, but he has good takedown defense. He's a good wrestler, but I just don't see Couture taking down Lesnar, man, because he could take down people that are big with trips, and being a smart, good wrestler, but that's because those guys weren't wrestlers. Lesnar's a real deal wrestler, NCAA champion. He's a big dude. I don't see Sylvia being able to slide in there and I don't see him being able to take him down a double leg. Maybe like a whizzer, if he can get some kind of weird throw in, or a trip maybe. But it's gonna have to be some real good Class A wrestling. Which Couture, he is Olympic level wrestler. That's one step ahead of Brock Lesnar. But Lesnar, man, he's big, like big, and he's not big in the sense of Tim Sylvia, which if you noted, Tim Sylvia is big, but he's tall, lanky. Lesnar's just, he looks like a gorilla. He has no fat on him. He's not lanky. He's very good movement because he's like a bigger. He's like if Matt Hughes gained, for those who like are new to Lesnar, if Matt Hughes was 10 times bigger, you get Brock Lesnar, and he's a better wrestler than Matt Hughes. So just imagine that. He has the same basic style as Matt Hughes, the early Matt Hughes, not the Matt Hughes who has good submission now, but the early Matt Hughes times 10. That's scary. Did you see the Heath Herring fight where he speared for football tackled Heath Herring? Heath Herring is a big dude. Let's remember that. Heath Herring, 250, 255, dense dude. And Heath Herring looked like he got like this. Heath Herring looked like a ragdoll. Now, Couture skill level is higher than Heath Herring? Yes. But size comes into play sometimes, guys. Especially when the main basics of the two fighters are the same. At their core, they're both wrestlers. That should be noted. And I'm going to say Brock Lesnar, and I'm going to say Mir over Nogueira. I'm really looking forward to Lesnar Mir 2 in the tournament, but that's my prediction. Let me hear what your comments are. Alright, have a good day.